Welcome, Alchemists, to a quick YouTube video here from Evan Velez over at twitch.tv/Evan Velez. Just want to take a look at the Monday news roundup here for the Alchemist code. Two interesting things to look at for the next couple of weeks, actually. The first piece of news is, of course, we're going to be having half AP for event quests. So starting May 17th till the 31st, we will have, pretty self-explanatory, a half off AP for all event quests, which is very cool because that actually pairs hand in hand with the other piece of news that we see today. And it is, if you guys remember, there was a news post last week and the producer had said something about bringing old events back, and people were talking about polls on Facebook and what it was going to be. And it looks like we're getting two reruns, and one of them with a nice little added bonus. So we're going to be looking at, we're going to be getting the Chocolate Toy Box event back, which is the Polin Bard Plus. So this was an easy one to farm. It's really good, especially for new players. Bard Plus is very, very good for a new player, especially if they will be farming a lot of the tokens for jobs and things. The AoE sleep song can a lot of times, especially at 85 with gear, can knock out an entire enemy team. So it's really good for things like that. It does have some limited use outside of that, but very good for beginners. You know, there is an exclusive skin for Polin. Sadly, it's not one of my favorites. We will take a look at it here in a second in case you don't know what it looks like. But yeah, there are going to be event items coming back. So Valentine Box recovers HP, raises move by 1 for 1 turn. And then Chocolate Toy Box EX, of course, is Rahu Chronomancer Plus. Honestly, out of all the job pluses that we have out in the game currently, Rahu's Job Plus is probably the best utility because it makes her the fastest Chronomancer in the game. And it really adds a lot of usefulness to her. Even over Lofia, who's also a Chronomancer Plus right now. They both serve different end goals, pretty much. Sorry about this. I'm still getting over being sick. I was sick all last week with a baby flu, so bear with me. I might still be a little bit congested. But yeah. The Chronomancer Plus is very nice. It's a good chance for a lot of new players to get the Rahu's Job Plus. A lot of people I see on the subreddit and things kind of complain that they don't have the ability to do certain things without Rahu's Job Plus, and now they have the chance to go back and do that. The second event, the event that I'm actually most excited about, is Lizards of the Lost Kingdom, which is the Sabaretta Soul Shard event. And initially you're thinking Sabaretta, he's not that great of a unit, right? But the thing about Sabaretta's event is Sabaretta's event was the last event where I didn't care to level or to get 85 on characters, so I'll be able to get my Sabaretta from 75 to 85, which is cool. You know, but the two bigger things, one big thing is Lamia will be getting her Job Plus. If you watch the stream ever, I had pointed that out starting last week. Her Job Plus was showing on her screen. So hopefully with the update with Lamia gain her Job Plus with the event rehashes, hopefully we'll be seeing Bolt sometime in the next week or two getting his Job Plus icon on his character info as well, because we're supposed to be getting Bolt Job Plus by the end of the month. But Lamia's Job Plus, it gives her, you know, it takes her Dragon Knight, makes it Dragon Cavalier Plus, which I believe gives her +1 use on Grand Cross. If you have Zangetsu or even Rosa for that matter, I don't think Lamia really does much to outclass either of them, but again, Lamia has a lower barrier of entry than at least Rosa. Zangetsu at this point, most people have a Zangetsu. Most people have been farming his shards. Hopefully, you've been using your double shard drops on dailies to get your Zangetsus close to 85 or at 85, preferably. But so that's nice. That's gonna be another good change, another Dragon Cavalier with their abilities. They're pretty good. They're not bad at all. But the big winner here on the Sabretta event, and if you don't know, or if you didn't experience the Sabretta event when it first came out, there was the extra and the extra plus stages, and the extra plus stage at the time of release, the only real consistent way to finish it was triple Chronomancer Zangetsu, but Zangetsu had to be Dragon Cav. And at that point in time, even myself, I didn't have a Zangetsu at 75 to do that. And believe you me, if I didn't have a Zangetsu at job 3 at that point, most people didn't. Aside from people that got lucky with rolls or people who were really, really going at it as far as whaling. But even, at that point, I didn't have the criteria. I had cleared the dungeon, but I wasn't able to farm it consistently to get the Armor of Wrath. The Armor of Wrath, to transmute it, the cool thing is it transmutes at max, I believe, at 5-star, but it is 777 shards. So if you want that Armor of Wrath, you might as well, while we have the double energy rewards every day for the remainder of the month, and while we have the half off quest cost for the last portion of the month as well, you should really put the time and the effort in, if you have the ability, to farm that Armor of Wrath, because it is equipable on Sabretta and on Zahar. And at the initial release of the Sabretta event, we had no idea about level 91 Zahar becoming an insane monster. And it's one of those things that's a great piece of armor. It's on par with what you get off of the last current floor of Vita Tower, except for its light resistance instead of what is it, wind resistance or whatever on the piece from Vita. But yeah, the only notes here, of course, milestones can only be cleared once, so it's not like you're getting double gems if you already cleared this stuff before. You can just ignore it, or you can run multiplays and help people if you feel so inclined. And then Armor of Wrath cannot be equipped to the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Bladeworks Zahar. The one thing I don't know is if there is actually a cap on Armor of Wrath. I don't know if maybe you finished Armor of Wrath the first time. If you want to farm 2 of them, have one for Zahar and one for Sabretta. Or if you want to go real hard, if you could farm 2 and have one for Zahar and one for Sabretta. I mean, if you can do it, I assume some people will do that just to have the option. The more tools you have, especially in like Vita Tower or in events later, the more options you have never is detrimental. But with all of that kind of said and done, that's more or less the overview of the news. Things to look forward to though in the next week, guys. We do have this week. We did have Deneb, and we had Soleil on this banner. So by the process of elimination, we should be seeing this week. We should be seeing a banner with Mei Fang on it and Grimalis. So keep in mind that there will be a banner for both of them. Grimalis is going to be always a top tier unit. Mei Fang is no slouch. If you're like me, you've already pulled the 3-star and 4-star variant of Mei Fang's weapon, so you kind of want her. Another additional thing for the weekend coming up, remember that the last 2 weekends we've seen 1,500 paid gem banners coming out for both of the days of the weekend. So I would say to expect that for Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to really try and go hard to get at least Mei Fang or Grimalis, you may want to, do those 3 steps, do and account for there being 2 weekend bundles. So that's something to keep in mind. Zane and Yaris and the Sacred Stone Memories units will be going away, but we will probably not see another gear banner because we still have this gear banner for the remainder of the Grimalis banner sets. So outside of that, that's all you need to see there. Last things I guess that we can look at is we'll take a look at Rahu Job Plus. For people that don't have it, let me actually unequip some gear. Oh wait, what am I doing here? I have to go to page 1. Let's unequip all gear real quick. This is a Rahu, level 85, mastered on all 3 jobs, maxed out here, 85. So Rahu at this point, 483 health, as you can see, 121 agility base. That is pretty good. That's pretty darn good. For a lot of events and things like that, most times you want to be over like 129. For some of the even harder stuff, I would say even getting to like 140 would be not overkill if you want to, like in Vita Tower, sometimes out maneuver some of those plants. For instance, sometimes it'd be beneficial to have units that are that fast. In terms of gearing out a Rahu, there are certain things I like to do to min-max stats, gem, jewels, and everything like that on Rahu. Those things are, I enjoy giving her a good amount of magic attack and agility and jewels obtained. So I'll start off with battlefield drama. Then actually, since you don't need the staff to give you magic attack or anything like that, I actually enjoy using Staff of Thriving Business. It gives you 34 physical attack in case you ever need to bop something on the head, 34 luck, and 25 max jewels. And then, of course, my go-to piece of armor in this game, the Cloak of Protection, is usually my third choice. So that all said and done, she's still 483 HP, but now she has 478 magic attack with 349 magic defense. Her agility is 132, so for all intents and purposes, that's not bad. 3 move, 2 jump. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, like I said earlier, still kind of combating with a little bit of a cold. But yeah, Job Plus Rahu, I tend to think these are pretty good stat line for her. But yeah, that's pretty much maxed out with the best of what you can do for certain things. In terms of building your Rahu, of course, Chronomancy is going to be base. Depending on the situation, I usually don't use the enchantment, basic enchantment. I do have it leveled up. A lot of times I will end up running basic holy magic because the curing rest ability is very good. Cure is very good. Sometimes you don't really need her to quicken anyone or to freeze. Currently, right now, I'm running her with basic chronomancy because I'm helping people with some of the EX multiplays. So she can freeze on the first multiplay map, and that's always helpful. But that's Rahu. Plus, if we go over to Polin, who is a unit that I actually didn't even get to... I could have gotten her to 85 if I wanted to. I just kind of, didn't really see the purpose. You see I have Bard Plus on her. Don't have any of this stuff mastered. I don't really use her. But the ability that I was talking about is Relaxing Lullaby. So if you're doing farming for like any of the goddess or the golem or knight, mage, rogue, trial, any of those things, at a high level, you can just have Polin use Relaxing Lullaby. It hits the entire map. It does damage and puts units to sleep. And then, if you want to boost that up, you could always, put up something with physical attack and agility like that, and something with like magic attack. I don't actually know what the aspect on it is. I assume that it would be magical. I actually don't know. That's literally how often we use Polin. It is physical damage. Okay, so you just use her ukulele then, her little lute. I guess it's not a ukulele. We would call it a lute, I assume. Or whatever a Thule Cantel is. But yeah, 35 physical attack, boom. All of a sudden, 300 attack. She's only level 60. But if you wanted to master her out and you're a new player, you want something to help you with just making farming a little bit less of a chore, Polin's not terrible. The only downside is now a lot of people are farming with Gilgamesh, or a lot of people before were farming with machinists in these maps. They're going to be faster. She's not going to be beating them on agility because they're all going to be over 120. So she kind of falls short there. Who else do we have to look at? We can look over at Lamia, I guess, real quick. As I was saying on stream, they already had updated this. You see Dragon Cavalier is there. It's listed. Where is... I'm trying to look for another unit here. Sorry, guys. Balt. So we're going to check on the pool stream on Wednesday night, Thursday morning, whatever you want to call it. We will check with the live patch as it goes up. We'll check to see if he has his job plus show up, because we know it's coming. It's not a surprise. It's just when they choose to add it in, they may not add it in until they put in a new banner. You never know with these things. Because Lamia's thing, like, we didn't even know Lamia was getting a job plus until one day I was looking for units to farm shards up on a stream, and I was like, hey, look, there's Lamia job plus, and everyone was like, holy moly, dude. Yeah, there is her job plus. Weird. So, yeah, it's cool news that we know that we're going to be seeing a lot of that coming back. So, yeah, Polin job plus, Rahu job plus, Sabaretta EX coming back with Lamia job plus, and, you know, get that armor for Zahar. You know, if you've had luck like mine, your Zahar's either 85 or one day's shards off of 85. But with that all said and done, guys, we're going to wrap up our little news overview here for the week. As always, if you want to check out my normal streams for the Alchemist code, I'm playing it usually 3 days a week. We've kind of been settling on like on Sunday nights, Monday nights, and Wednesday nights majority. Since I was sick last week and most of the weekend, I did cancel a lot of the streams, so we're a little bit off schedule, but we will be streaming Monday with the Alchemist code, at least first thing, doing multi-plays, doing all of that good stuff. So hope to see you guys there at twitch.tv/Evan Velez. But until next time, guys, throwing up the deuces and take it easy.